Hey Team Tesseract, I'm Tim from Gadina, and I'll be discussing the theory of constraints and its 5 focusing steps in this video. Theory of constraints was developed in the 1980s by Dr. Eli Goldratt, and it's a management methodology for organizations to find, focus, and resolve their most important issues facing their goals. The best way to think about theory of constraints is to look at it by establishing and managing flow through the process. Flow is the orderly movement of work through a series of established steps in a system. So if you improve the flow, you will increase the throughput, the speed, the quality of the work, as well as reduce costs. The 5 steps are as follows. Step 1 is to identify the constraint. You want to look and see where the bottleneck is. Where does the work pile up? And you want to focus right there. Step 2 is to exploit that constraint. You want to make sure that constraint is working all the time, the entire process. You want to make sure that there's a queue of work set up prior to that, a buffer if you will, and it has work ready for the constraint at all times. Step 3 is to subordinate everything else in the process to that constraint. You want to make sure the constraint knows that it determines the entire throughput for the process. You want to make sure the resources and all steps support that constraint. Step 4 is to elevate the constraint. You want to make sure that the constraint is as efficient as possible and all resources are focused on that. And step 5 is to repeat the process. You want to look at the constraint until it is removed or mitigated to the max extent possible. Thank you very much.